Hello, and welcome back into Wentzel's world. Well, I guess you can hear the frogs in the background down in the bottom. I'm up on the hill here today in the sunshine. Boy, it feels good too. Sunshine gets you warmed up. So the hill that you usually see back behind me and some of the previous videos that I've made, I'm up on top of the hill today. So just for a different view in a different place. I got some pretty good looking cedar trees up here. That right yonder is big as a steering wheel down at the butt of that tree right there. There's another one over there. It's the same size too. So I forgot how big these trees were. We could get some lumber out of them things if they're not doty. And today I got my Savinelli pipe out here. I think they call that shape or that style, I think they call it an artisan. Savinelli 1. That's all I see wrote on it. And I got in it a little bit of my pound of Big N Burley. And so I tell you what I'm doing. Since the Sutliff has been bought out and the majority of the blends, them and McBaron blends, are not going to be any longer. Instead of me trying to stock up on some of that, I thought, well, I'm going to just look out for something other that's probably going to be around a while. So instead of trying to stock up on the Sutliff stuff, and I thought I'd just venture out and sample some things and get some things from Cornell and Deal. So this here Big and Burley is a product of Cornell and Deal. So I got enough of that to last me, could be the rest of my life. Because what is life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. Here today, gone tomorrow, maybe here another 20 years, who knows? So anyway, I got me a pound of the Big and Burley, and it's, of course, Burley. Got a little bit of Latakia, a little bit of Perique, a little bit of Oriental, make it interesting. And, you know, I don't know when it was, but sometime or another they've made a movie. I think it's called, you correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, I think it's called Yellowstone. I've never seen the movie, but I've been approached several times last year. I've had a $10 bill for every time I've been asked about the movie. I'd have enough, I know I'd have enough to fill up the automobile with a tank of gas and probably buy, well, let's go say a hamburger. I guess, I don't know what you get for $1. I don't know. I guess you have to go to the flea market. I mean, not a flea market, yard sale. I don't know if you get anything much for $1 there or now or not. But anyway, I never seen the movie. But I've been asked, have you seen it? And what they're thinking, evidently it's some type of Western. And because they're thinking, and I know also that it made uh, beaver pelt's popular because that's where they make felt hats from, is from beaver. It could be beaver and some other fur blend, and that's what I have to buy when I go to buy one. And I hadn't bought a new hat in, I don't know, 3, 4 years, whatever it is. And I thought then, I don't want to have to buy another one. Them things are high. And so, but anyway, it's caused the beaver pelt prices to go up because it takes the beaver to make a fur hat, cowboy hat is what they call it. And so, and I reckon people thinking I've watched the movie and so forth. I've never seen the movie. And so this hat I got on, I think I bought it back in 2002. So this hat's old and wore out. This here wild rag that I got around my neck, it's breezy up on this hill here. And so if I get cold around my neck, I get cold down my back and chest. So I usually wear something around my neck. This wild rag I've got here, I've probably had it around 20 years too. So, so the belt I got on, I made it, I don't know, it's well over 10 years old. So, I mean, so I didn't start wearing cowboy hats and boots and things like that because I saw the movie Yellowstone. Now, if you have, go for it. I'm not being critical. I got to thinking about it. I thought, I was at the grocery store, the last person, and I seen the fella. Man, I seen him in the grocery store shopping. He never said anything to me till we got outdoors. And when I was putting the groceries away, he came up to me and asked me about the movie. Said he and his wife was watching it. And I told him, I said, no, I haven't seen the movie. I guess I ought to watch it sometime or another. But anyway, I haven't seen the movie. So, and somebody might say, well, if you haven't seen the movie, then you've been wearing these here cowboy hats and wild rags and cowboy boots and things like that. No, I mean, yeah, I got my boots on and so forth. And you can't, I won't set this some other place and all. I guess you can still. I'm not real sure what all you see, but yeah, I got my boots on and I got my spurs on. You say, well, now, okay, now that's another thing. You say, okay, so did you ride your horse up here? No, I didn't. I didn't ride my horse up here. I rode this thing right here up here. I guess you can see that thing. I'm getting y'all, I'm all shook up. Okay, well, I don't mean to get you all shook up, but anyway, I guess that's how it goes. Boy, I got some high-tech filming here, don't I? I got a cell phone, and I got a tripod, and that's it. So you said, all right, now, what you got them spurs on for? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm going all we got down there on that bottom now is mud, and so I don't want to ride the horse. I want to ride some, but I don't want to ride the horse as muddy as it is. So when the ground dries up some more, I want to ride my horse some. And of course, I use spurs to cue the horse. That's what spurs are for. They're it's like smooching them up like that, and certain hand gestures and the way that you sit in your seat. You want to sit back to back up and pull the reins back. Well, that's all spurs are. They're just a cue. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't wear them very much, when you put them on to ride your horse, it's going to be awkward. So to get me ready where they don't feel so awkward and to get used to them or to that spur rowel, I don't know whether you can hear that or not, but to get used to the spur rowel jingling and everything, then best thing to do, just wear them. Just wear them around your place. Just put them on, wear them all day, and get used to, you're going to prop your foot up a certain way. You got to come off steps a certain way, and once you get used to wearing them when you get on the horse, why, it ain't so bad about, it ain't all so new to you. So anyway, but if you ride real often, if you're a horse trainer, then you this don't mean anything to you. But if you like me, I don't ride every day. I used to ride. This when I was a breaking, I had a horse I broke to ride. In fact, I don't know, back in 2 centuries, 2 decades ago. It wasn't the last decade. It'd been the one before that, 2006 or 7, whenever it was. I had a 2-year-old I was breaking to ride. So I was on horseback more often. Well, every day. Now you tell me, that's a Zippo lighter. I put fluid in it before it came out here. Why it don't want to light? Okay, all right. Well, so much for smoking out here then. So anyhow, well, I tell you, it helps me to think a little bit, so I'm just gonna stick it in my mouth anyway. You said, well, you ain't got to wear all that stuff. I know most people around here do horses and all. They don't. They wear boots, and spurs and things like that. Most of them just wear ball caps. Boy, something has changed, ain't it? When I was a kid, a hat was a hat. And now everything you put on your head's a hat. A cap was a cap, a hat was a hat, and, a straw hat was a hat, and things like that. But now everything you put on your head's a hat, so it's done become a generic term for a head cover. Oh, me. Reckon I'll get this thing lit. This sure ain't. Okay, well, real time, I don't know how to cut this thing and stuff like that. So anyway, again, welcome to Wentzel's world. It ain't all perfect here, is it? I thought about bringing another lighter with me. I thought, I filled this thing up and everything before I left. I know it's good to go for another couple of weeks. Okay. Well, the flint's gone bad, ain't it? I'm sitting here thinking now maybe that might be the way it is. I think I got one piece of flint left. You can't buy flint just anywhere. I was at the Kroger store the other day. I knew I needed a piece, so I thought, well, I'll buy a little pack of flint. I said, I need a pack of flint. That fellow looked and looked, and he said, we don't sell it. They got all these cigarettes and stuff like that, and some pipe tobacco and chewing tobacco, and they ain't got no flint. And Zippo lighters. Matter of fact, that's where this lighter here came from. It came out of a Kroger store for $12. So I guess the flint's bad on. What else can it be? If it's got fluid in it and so forth, it can't be anything else but the flint, I don't guess. So. Well, I appreciate you folks for tuning in again today. And so you chew on these things I've talked about, or listen to somebody else and forget everything I said, boy, it don't make no difference, I don't guess, does it? So, anyhow, so you have a good rest of the day or night or whenever it is that you're listening. And so just keep looking up. Right now, boy, the skies are blue. I don't even see any chemtrails. All right, well, till we meet again, have a good one.